And if you're not mentally prepared for the next day because you're at the club, girl, what you doing? Hey so babes, welcome to my channel, welcome back to my channel. So as you see in today's title, I'm going to be introducing a new segment on my channel called Girl Talk Tuesdays. So every Tuesday I will be posting a little girl talk segment, something real short and cute for y'all. And today's topic, as you guys see in today's title, is balancing college and life, your social life, your private life, your job, all that. We'll be talking about that in today's Girl Talk. So grab your popcorn, grab your snacks, and let's get into this video. Before we start, please give it a like, 50, comment, subscribe, turn on notifications, because it's opening on Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. And with that, let's get into this video. Alright, so let's get serious. Let's get down to business. We are going to be talking about balancing college and life. That really is a broad spectrum, but I know my audience on my channel is kind of like college students and high schoolers, and I really want to just get like real deep and transparent with y'all about college life, because it's just something that nobody really can prepare you for. Like, you're just gonna have to get into it and get into the groove. So I'm gonna talk about like personal experiences on what I did to kind of like balance my personal life and my personal life and school, because it's a lot. So I first wanted to start off by saying to use a calendar. I know people go on and on about using the calendar, but girl, you need to get one. Like, I will show you my calendar right here on this wall, because it's the truth. Like, I use my calendar all the time. I use my calendar on my phone or the one that's on my wall. I do like getting the ones on my wall because it's kind of more like a visual. Like, it's just there. I know that it's there. Like, I literally cannot walk out that door without looking at my calendar on the side. So it just helps me kind of like stay focused. At the start of every new month, I like to just erase the old month, put on the new stuff, and just start filling out things that I know is going to be going on in that month. So a calendar is very much useful, and I will talk all day long about using a calendar because it's definitely recommended, it's useful, it's helpful, it's like literally everything you need. So y'all, get a calendar. It can be a small one, it could be a big one on the wall, it could be your phones. Just start using them, because without it, me personally, I feel lost. I can't remember everything in a day. There's so many things that we learn in one day, so many things that we do in one day, that it's just so hard to sit down and think like, oh, I got this going on, or oh, I got this going on. You know, it's a lot and it's hard. So the next thing I would do, and I think this is something that I've definitely learned transitioning from being a high school student to a freshman and now finally a sophomore in college, is making your priorities straight. Getting your reason why you're in college in check, because these parties and these other activities will be here all day long. Like, they're not going to go anywhere. They really aren't. So the reason why you're spending hundreds of thousands of dollars going to college, and you know why you're taking these classes, is because you want to get somewhere in life. College is another step in your life, in your education, and that is why you're there, to get your education. So definitely focus on that. Like, and I'm not sitting here to say that you have to go to class and go straight home to your room. No, there definitely is time to have fun, but you have to plan that out in your calendar, in your notes, because you can't go out to the club on a Monday when you got an 8 a.m. class the next day, or you got a chemistry test the next day. And that's just not gonna work. And if you're not mentally prepared for the next day because you're at the club, girl, what you doing? You're not making your priorities straight. Get your reason why you at school together, because your reason why is not about being to the club. Your reason why is not going to parties. Your reason why is not being out on the street all night. No, that's not your reason why. Your reason why is that you want to get your degree, get your education, so we can be bosses in the world, right? The next thing I would say, this is kind of similar, but putting school first, putting school before kind of like those other things that are kind of like secondary to school, because the first thing or your priority should be school. So if there's something that might not be as important, like, you know, you and your friends want to go out to a museum, but you know you have a quiz due at 4 o'clock. That means that you need to make that priority of taking that quiz before you go out of your room at 4 o'clock, and then you can have fun. It's just the principle of making sure things are kind of like in order, and then you can have your fun. Next, I would say is take breaks. It's really important to not burn yourself out. Don't wear yourself out. I take breaks all the time. And my last tip would definitely be is to use a planner. That's kind of similar to using a calendar, but a planner has definitely saved my life. I will tell you this, in high school, never used a planner. Freshman year of college, barely touched it. Sophomore year, oh, baby. I use that planner is literally attached to my hip. Like, I use it all the time. I'm kind of getting into the digital planners now instead of the paper ones, but even still, I like using a planner, period, because it just helps me. Now, in this segment of the video, I kind of wanted to get deeper and personal with y'all. Again, this is kind of like a girl talk thing. I didn't want to be like lecturing or talking off of just some bullet points that I made up. I kind of wanted to talk about personally how I balance my college life. If you guys are new to my channel, I am a sophomore at Howard University. I am a biology major. Please pray for your fellow bio friends because we are struggling. I know y'all hear it all the time, but it's true. We are struggling. I say this all the time now. I'm a homebody. Like this, it's really different for me. If you know me, you know that my life has definitely transitioned from being that party girl in high school. You would definitely see me at all those little high school functions. I was there. And then and college, my first year, I was at the club. Oh, I was at the club. I was at parties. I was out. Because I also had all online classes. So what is there to do when you sit at your computer all day? Think about what you're gonna wear to the club tonight. Like, you know, I was just out doing a whole bunch, and it was kind of like my spring semester of freshman year is when I transitioned into that, like, I don't want to go out. I don't like house parties. I don't want to go to the club anymore. Like, I just want to be in my room. And I don't know, to me it's kind of sad. Like, I don't know if it's sad. No, it is sad. Like, girl, why are you just all stuck in the house when you used to be outside all night? Like, I don't know. I just don't have that enjoyment for parties anymore, or clubs in that matter. I love going out and having like dinner dates and movies and like museums and like fun stuff. So I would definitely be 100% transparent with y'all. My social life is non-existent party-wise. But that doesn't mean that I have like a ton of things to do. I still go out on the weekends. Last weekend, I went shopping. I went to a thrift store or like a vintage market. Like, I still do things like that. But my party life is non-existent. But I can definitely say to you now that there is 80% of like school, college life, and there's only 20% of my social life. And that's sad to me. Like, I feel like it should definitely be a balance 50-50 between my college life and my social life. But I fell into this routine and this habit of putting school first, and I'm not really like giving myself that break to breathe and have fun. But just for right now, I've fallen into this routine of not really having that social life. And I'm not gonna sit up here and bash not having a social life, because it's definitely okay. If that is, if that's you, that's you. Don't let anybody change you. Don't let anybody force you to go out to parties. And that is something that, y'all, that is something that I'm definitely learning. Do not let anyone force you to do anything. Your peers, don't get peer pressured. If you don't want to go out, just say no. Like, they may not understand, but it's not for them to understand. I would say that I'm working on this balancing thing. I don't quite have it figured out yet because I do prioritize my schoolwork more than I do my social life. But with those tips that I did provide for y'all, I hope those do help you kind of like balance your life. It's something that's definitely worked for me because I see that I've put myself in a situation where I'm more in the house than outside. So I think it's definitely worked. I've become more organized. I've become more focused this semester. I have been in the library every day. I swear to you, freshman year of fall semester and spring semester, and then my sophomore year of fall semester, Alyssa, and libraries. Oh no, you would never see me in a library, but this semester I've definitely cracked down on my books, and I'm really focused. Like, I'm really focused. I have so much crucial stuff that leads up to the end of the semester that it's quite dire for me to get good grades. But right now, y'all, I'm having no fun. I mean, I'm having fun. Like, college life, you know, it's definitely an experience, but I'm not doing a whole nine. I'm focused, and I'm in my lane, and that's basically it. Just let college life flow, and that balance will get into place when you put in the work for it to be into place. Like, you can't just expect something to happen when you don't put in the work for it to happen. So if you do want to be organized, and I suggest you do get a planner, get a calendar, get a journal, you know, write things down, take pictures of things, you know. Again, I will reiterate that it's a process. It takes time. Balancing life in general is something that all of us college students and adults, young adults, are gonna have to just learn. And it's something that I'm learning, really. Like, I haven't got the full swing of it, but I do know that soon, you know, everything will pay off in the end, and I will be able to enjoy my free time and whatnot later on in life. Or I will start to implement another schedule for myself so I can enjoy a little bit more of my social life and continue to work on my college life. So I hope you guys did enjoy this girl talk. I know it might be a little short, just wanted to kind of like soft kick it off into my channel, see how it's gonna do. I hope you all have a wonderful Tuesday, and I hope you all enjoyed this girl talk, and I will see you in my next video. Bye, Lisa babes.